Hi mates, how you doing? I'm Kev, and today, well, I want to talk about the use of equipment in Halo Infinite's multiplayer, and why I think it's going to be returning like how it was in Halo 3. This is linked in with a Halo Waypoint blog post, which I'm going to link in the description down below as well, and I'm going to be showing off some of the slowed down footage from the reveal trailer, which I think actually happened to show a couple of really important bits of information that we would want to know. But before I get into that, I do have to say, I am sorry for the last video. I was absolutely dead making that thing at like 3 AM after watching the reveal, because Aussie time zones are just absolutely shit. But right now, oh man, I'm energized as I'm jumping off the walls basically, because I'm so hectically keen because we've finally got to see gameplay and I just want to see more. My personal opinion is that I reckon Microsoft kind of stepped in here and said, you know what, don't show off the entire game, don't show off multiplayer, just kind of give everyone blue balls again for a little bit, just a little longer. That way we can try and just kind of draw Sony into showing off what they've got. And then we pull out the Halo Infinite multiplayer and we just slap the shit out of Sony. Just get that out of here, boy. So, getting to the main point of this video, Chris, the studio head, so the guy that we saw after the main reveal, who's like the head of 343, he actually made this little post on Halo Waypoint, which I have linked for you guys, and he mentions that the grapple shot and drop wall are equipment that you can pick up in multiplayer. However, he said that they'll be talking more about the details soon. Now, a lot of people kind of brushed over this, and I don't think many other YouTubers mentioned it just yet, but this electric shock charge looking thing that I've noticed from the slowed down gameplay does also kind of feel as if it would be another piece of equipment, because it doesn't really scream out to me like a grenade, because it doesn't look as if it actually kills the enemies, it just kind of keeps them in place and electrocutes them. So I guess at this point in time, I'm calling it the shock charge, but it probably has some other kind of name. Now, another thing I wanted to mention was that purple orb that you can see there as well, that happens to pop up as you kill that elite, because it looks just like one of the power drain units from Halo 3. And it's also very possible that the game automatically added it to the Chief's inventory, because just after it disappears, like, the gameplay continues for like half a second more. So I think that's very possible, and the shock charge also appears to kind of bounce off the ground once and then detonate, so that kind of also reminds me of how things used to be able to be deployed for some equipment. Of course, there would probably be more equipment in the game that we just haven't seen yet, because Halo 3 still had things like the grav lift, the regeneration field, and like the trip mine, so there is a fair bit of other options out there that I think would have to be in the multiplayer. We just haven't seen it yet. But anyway, that's what I think for the equipment. I reckon as far as balancing wise for multiplayer, I actually don't mind that, because I'd rather that than very lackluster armor abilities, because that's what we saw in Halo 4 and 5. I just didn't feel as if the armor abilities felt anywhere near as powerful. They just kind of felt like they were there to just fill in the gaps, I guess, and add a bit of variety. So I'm glad to see we got to see lots of weapons. I'm glad we got to see lots of different cool ideas kind of thrown around in there. So I guess we'll have to see as far as the information goes further down the track. But aside from that, let me know what you all think down below. I would love to get your opinions on this. And yeah, that's about it from me. I've been Kev, and I'll see you all on the next one.